Hey guys, welcome. Today I want to show you my Doom recording scene. I have a Let's Play channel where I play the old Doom from 1993, and one of my viewers, Gabriel, suggested to change the background, this one is the new one, for the next episode, because in the game Doom we died, and I believe we will start the next episode in Hell. I wanted to create a new background, and that's what it is. On the thumbnail it looks slightly different because it looks better because I also used Photoshop and so on. But it's more about just showing you the scene here. So this is where the gameplay is usually played. No, this is where the gameplay usually takes place. I have a test recording. I'm going to show you this quickly. Okay, this is my VLC media player, a test recording. So this is actually how I usually record my stuff. So, you know, the gameplay is here, and here's the Doom guy, just another screen. And this is already the new background. So we adjusted it a little bit. Okay, so that's that. I probably don't explain it well enough, but it doesn't really matter. Maybe you're just interested into the scene, or, you know, it looks just weird, so that's cool, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna change the render type to Eve so that we can take a smoother look at the scene, and we also need a second light source. Or I need to make it a little bit brighter. Oh, that's already good actually. So that's pretty good. That's good enough. But I just realized that I mean, I like this version a little bit better, since the thing is, I kind of like the Eve stuff. There are two render types in Blender: Eve, which is more like a game engine, and Cycle, which is extremely realistic, but it takes a longer time to render. It means, ergo, it's too slow. So, but hold on a second, let me just prepare something. Okay, so this is more like I would like to show you that. So I just adjusted the light setting a little bit, since we are not in Cycle render, we are in the Eve game engine render, and so that it looks cool, at least to my eyes. I had to adjust a little bit the well, what is this called? The noise, or not steam, I keep forgetting those words. Anyways, let's focus on the scene. So I could use my helmet, which is cool, and what happens so often in Blender, I mentioned this over and over again, is if you create stuff, you can always use that later on. That's the cool part of it. And so I was able to use my helmet here, and then the sword. And this guy is interesting because I also kind of learned how, or I taught myself how to create those eyes. That's basically just an eye here, and I then changed a little bit the well, it's not the blood flow. Anyway, you can see that. Just basically, I don't want to explain too much. I just want to show you the scene a little bit. Okay, but that's basically an eye in a rock, and this one was my son. I just modified it. I thought it looks cool, hell-like, and the cool thing about when I just make stuff for like if I only have to make a screenshot, basically, then you don't have to well, you don't need to pay attention to the, well, how can I say that? It's like that. It only has to look good from this perspective, and that's cool because that gives you a lot of freedom. You can screw around with the size, at least as long as it does look good from this position. It doesn't matter how it looks from this position, for example, and that's a cool thing. So if you make just focus on screenshots, then this is a very cool thing. This guy actually I like it very much because it looks so cool, but I have honestly, it was not my intention to create this guy. My intention was to practice learning modeling how to make a car. So I actually wanted to make a car, just to get the feeling a little bit. And so I had some problems with where the tires has to be, and somehow I ended up creating this guy here. And then I watched also a tutorial about something different. I watched a tutorial about I don't know what it was actually, but this guy in the video also talked about he talked about something, yeah, exactly, that there is an option called Smart UV Project, and that is very cool to me. Again, I'm not going to go deep into that, but that was new to me. It basically gave me more control over texture painting. So I was able with that to actually paint this a little bit, and then I saved the texture and opened it in GIMP, and then I put my face onto that. Not that this is the first time that I did this, but this is the first time where I had more control over where my texture will be. Yeah, that's what I learned, and so I was very happy. Okay, this is the scene I used. This is my Balagos ship with the texture. I just copied it here and used the sometimes when you wanna, I mean, to me it's like that. Sometimes when I create those nodes, those shading nodes, and an object carries this information, then it's sometimes just easier to just copy the whole object into your Blender scene, and then apply this texture, if you want, or material onto everything else. So I can just drag and drop it on the ground, for example, and that's easier. So yeah, but yeah, I really like the car here. I don't know what the car is doing in hell, but well, that's a cool thing. Basically, you just wanna practice a little bit, and every time you do something. Oh, I can actually show you this car if you guys would like to see that too. Or if somebody would like to see that too, then I can show you this. Hold on. Okay, so we are in the car model project. I mean, I could technically show you everything, but the car is also one of the recent projects I did, and that was more testing. Also, this one here is more testing. Yeah, so this is how I started. The thing is, I'm still not quite sure on how to approach creating cars. So what people often do is using templates like a 2D image, and then from different perspectives, and then they follow the line of the 2D car image, for example, and you know, they basically draw it. But what if I just want to create, like, you know, like car-like looking stuff, but not accurate things? So I think I used the modifier. So I think a good idea probably is to use a basic cube, and then I use the subdivision modifier, and then give it the shape you like, and then I believe here I already applied it after being satisfied with the shape approximately, and then I continued working on that. So I, you know, you try to make it look like something, and then I made a huge jump but also not so much. I tried to cut out those stuff, which isn't difficult, and then I kind of like this, but you can see it's not really perfect. You know, it's not that it's 100%, since I still learn those stuff. So every little step I make, I do not know what I'm talking about now. I have to learn a lot, and it's good to create those practice models. And the best thing is, if you're not aiming for 100% for being super accurate and you're fine with that, then you can use even your practice stuff later on for okay images, you know. It doesn't have to be like a AAA super animation, but I could even use this one already. It's not perfect, it's kind of glitchy here, but I cannot do it better right now without practicing. So but I can use it definitely, you know, from further away as an animation when it's passing by me. No one will really say that's shit. No, well, I mean, it's the internet, somebody will say that, but I think you hopefully know what I mean. Okay, I talked a lot of nonsense. But, oh, I can show you maybe this one too. Okay, well, that is a lot of weird stuff I show you, like very, you know, very random. I think this video will be. Anyway, I don't want to put too much effort into the videos because it's not worth it yet, unfortunately. So hope it's at least a little bit entertaining. So yeah, we are here in GIMP. I didn't do actually much. What I did is just a little bit of blurring here and there, and here a little bit the sort. I made some whatever this is, and took care of some little issues, you know, like and also made sure that this one here is the left side a little bit darker. I had a version where is it? Yeah, here for example, this was the earlier version, and I like it how this looks. The problem is when in the test recording itself, it was too bright here, so this is too distractive if you wanna pay attention on the gameplay. This is okay for some reason, it just feels right to me, but this feels too shiny, too distractive. So I got rid of this and you know, made it a little bit darker, so that I mean, although I like doing those stuff and so on, in the end you have the gameplay is the most important thing. Okay, well, that was a weird video, I guess. Maybe you liked it, maybe not. Anyway, doesn't matter. I'm gonna go now and wish you a good day. Bye bye and auf Wiedersehen.